Widely considered to be the best MCU Spider-Man to date, but improvements can be made. Find out how in this week's review of Marvel Legends Spider-Man No Way Home, Final Swing Spider-Man. You know, the most unrealistic part of this Spider-Man character isn't having the proportional strength of a spider, it's the unrelenting optimism despite having the absolute worst luck.
I can help! Let me help! I'm really strong and I'm sticky!
Articulation, bruh.
The ball joint doesn't allow for as much movement as you'd like out of a Spider-Man. Down and up, not the best, right? But if you look at the retro-carded Spider-Man, the down is probably similar, but there is a notch at the back there, allowing the peg to go back a little bit further. And while you do get more range of movement, there is a bit of a gap also. So the double ball joint allows you to get some down, some up, some left to right, and a decent amount of tilt. There's a double ball joint at the upper torso that does go forward, back, left to right, swivel, basically all the directions you'd want to go. And then you also have a diaphragm joint that gives you that much forward. And together with the ball joint and the diaphragm joint, you get that much forward, which comparatively to the retro-carded isn't as good. And together they go back that much. So a decent amount of range in the torso for a Spider-Man. Arms rotate all the way around, there's a bicep swivel, and while I'm only showing one of them, there is a double jointed pinless elbow. There is a butterfly joint that gets you more crossbody than a luchador. It also goes back on that same joint, although you will see at the back there, that butterfly joint cover doesn't go all the way into the body. Unlike the retro-carded Spider-Man, you can see that that does disappear all the way back into the body, looks more flush with more range. But let's get back to it. Arms ball and hinge all the way up, hands rotate, hinging up and down. Legs kick up, not great for a Spider-Man, but you can use those drop-down hips to kick up a lot higher, and also get him into those crouching Spider-Man poses. Legs kick out a spectacular amount. There's an upper thigh swivel, a pinless double jointed knee. There's no boot swivel. Feet do hinge down, hinge up, and rocks like a Morgan Freeman unboxing video.
There's blood.
Accessories! Does this purse go with my bra, brah?
Peter comes with a set of wall crawling hands, a set of fisted hands, and a set of web shooting hands. The Tom Holland head sculpt is the exact same one that we got packed in with the Ned and Peter 2-pack. The head sculpt and the alternative smiling face fits on the body just in case you want your Spider-Man looking like a complete dork.
Nerd alert!
Go sit yourself.
Even with a smaller teenage frame, Spider-Man can go sit himself.
Alright, first up, someone who seems too optimistic to even hate Mondays. Here's the amazing Spider-Man. Guess who's back? Back again. Toby's back. Tell his chiropractor. What was that Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he was pregnant? I want to say...
Today, Junior!
Here's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Speaking of Schwarzenegger, here's the actor that plays his son-in-law. Flipping the blurred, here's Star-Lord. Oh, you got a feel for Peter. Losing your woman to amnesia. Hurts, don't it? Holding a big-ass donut, here's MJ. And the self-proclaimed man in the chair without a care. Here's Ned. And I am from Holland, isn't that weird? In his civilian attire, here's Peter Parker. You know the saying, snitches get stitches? Well, that might be the case unless you're Quentin Beck. Then you get a bullet. But I don't want to drone on, so here's Mysterio. No longer the Sorcerer Supreme, he has no duties. But he is a wizard that is. Here's Doctor Strange. Tony spelt backwards is Why Not, which is everything you need to know about Tony Stark. Here's Iron Man. And last up, not caring which costume you think is the best, rocking the debate team suit jacket, the homecoming Spider-Man. Can you really call it the upgraded suit without the painted web lines? No, but that's what it's called. So here's the upgraded suit, Spider-Man. And a dorky haircut that rivals even the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Here's Mayfex's homecoming Spider-Man.
Think unsexy thoughts. Think unsexy thoughts.
So, is this the best Marvel Legends Spider-Man to date? Yes and no. As good as the articulation is, the range of movement seems limiting when comparing it to the retro-carded Spider-Man. I've seen collectors alter the butterfly joints to give them more range, but mod at your own risk. For a domestic figure, the articulation is outstanding, on top of the fact that the heads from the Ned and Peter 2-pack are compatible. Matter of fact, the neutral expression is the same, only less sheen. Speaking of unmasked head sculpts, the Tom Holland likeness isn't too bad, but it does lack expression. I imagine a lot of collectors catch themselves daydreaming, but when you got a figure posed up in an action shot, a lifeless, bored expression ruins it.
It's just, you're so attractive and it's been a while. I'm gonna go.
Not sure if it's the lighting in the movie, but the blues aren't as metallic, which is probably for the best. I mean, the closer you can get to a classic Spidey, the better. The MCU Spider-Man does come with 3 sets of hands that should come with all Spider-Persons, and you don't have to buy the separate figure to get the unmasked head sculpt. For as critical as I've been, this is one of the best MCU figures in my collection. Getting this guy on a flight stand, there aren't many poses that you can't get him into.
Do a flip!
Make sure to like and subscribe, ding! And turn on notifications to stay up to date with ya brah. And remember, collect responsibly. Why am I pointing? I don't know.